of talk in the media about the responsibility to hold Donald Trump accountable. And I'm here to tell you that it goes two ways. We're going to hold the press accountable as well.
The day after U.S. President Donald Trump was sworn in, the White House was blunt, foreshadowing what Trump himself now calls a war with the media that covers the administration. After first calling some press outlets enemies of the state, Trump doubled down, speaking at CPAC Friday, the Conservative Political Action Conference in Washington.
A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people. Because they have no sources, they just make them up when there are none.
Much of the White House press corps is still bristling after the administration barred CNN, the New York Times, and other major news outlets from a routine off-camera briefing called a gaggle. At the same time, the White House allowed far right-leaning conservative press entities such as Breitbart and One American News Network in. The New York Times is firing back by planning to run this commercial during the widely watched Academy Awards on Sunday night. The deteriorating relationship was further strained by reports this week that Trump's team had tried to get the FBI to knock down reports that it had been in touch with Russia during the long campaign. The White House calls the reports indefensible and inaccurate. Congressional members on both sides of the aisle are growing uneasy with the feud.
I think that the president could do a better job of building bridges, building relationships.
And I think this is a masterful attempt to minimize and trivialize the fourth estate, the media.
Powerful Arizona Senator John McCain went a step further this week, saying democracy needs a free press. Without it, he said, I'm afraid we would lose so much of our individual liberties over time. That's how dictators get started. Some critics and supporters say that Trump grumbles over any news coverage that isn't flattering or positive. But the U.S. remains a bitterly divided nation, and Trump's stance plays well among his solid conservative base that also supports his attacks on China, immigration, and efforts to enforce a travel ban. Sean Callebs, CGTN in Washington.